Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is the biggest project I have ever done, and I'm very happy with how it came out. I've been posting little tidbits about it, and here it finally is. This is my Steampunk Around the World in 80 Days project that I did. I completely made the suitcase by hand. So that's, that I formed, with, and it just, before I get too far, this suitcase, it is made of paper and heavy paper and this thick stuff here. So keep in mind, you can't just kind of drag it around. This is a case for display and to keep it in, store it in. It's not a suitcase that you can just kind of throw around. That being said, I just want to get that out there. I made all these faux leather straps, and as you can see from the top here, there's a little latch, and I decided to use this kind of a handle for the steampunk kind of look more. These little buckles are from Tim Holtz. The paper is Stamperia. I made these little things. They're metal things. They have actually the initials of the main character, which is Mr. Fogg, Phileas Fogg. So there's the P and there's the F. So his initials are on it. The bottom is all Stamperia paper, and then the corners. And then the sides are like this, and that is like that. And there is a lot in here. It is heavy. It weighs 4.7 pounds total. So this is also a heavier one, so it's going to cost more to ship as well. So I just undo the latches, and we will open the case. Are we all good in frame here? Good. And ta-da! This is it. This is it. It's a big one. I would also not recommend, because these are all held together. The hinges are held together with glue and these little brads. So I don't just leave it hanging like that. I usually put a box or something underneath it, just that it's not putting pressure on the hinges and on the paper and the brads. In here, this is a 3D printed balloon. The interesting thing about the balloon, you see it in the movies a lot, but in the book, he never actually took a balloon. So, and this is one of the Tim Holtz things, but it's all Stamperia paper in here. And then this part, because I was thinking, okay, if you were traveling back in the late 1800s, what would you take with you and stuff? And I would think that they would take with them, this box actually comes out of the lid, so if you take that out, then there's not as much pressure. And this could be considered a hidden journaling spot, and then this kind of latches over to keep it closed and in place from falling out. I got a little pen here with the ink and some nibs, and there's a stand there to put it on your desk. So that goes there. And then that latches over. And then this box has other items that you would have. This is called a chatelaine, which back in the time, men had them as well as women. Would have these things, and that would, I had to make that all myself. That would go over either on your waist belt, or it could hang from a pocket. I left them long because I kind of like it. I actually did walk around with it on and thought I like that length, because I did think about shortening it. And this is its own special little box, and it does clip on there nicely. There's a little pocket watch in here. There's a little map of Australia in there. There is a magnifying glass so you can read. That would be his key for his house. A little whistle, so you can call a policeman or whatever, but you'll notice that it's a little elephant. I thought, well, he would also pick up souvenirs along his way. And then this little item I just found by chance, just looking for things. It's got like a tiny little spoon. It says in the description it's for help getting earwax out of your ears. And this end is a toothpick. So that is in there as well on the chatelaine. And again, this is a decorative item. I made it as sturdy as I possibly could. But I did not wear it for a long period of time, so I cannot say for sure that it would last. And they're all hooked separately on here with the little claws and claw hooks, and so you can easily take each one off if you want to take it off as well. So there's that box. And then in this box, there are cufflinks, because a gentleman would have his own cufflinks, and they have little maps on them as well. See that? There we go. So there are those two things that go in it. And then here we have the journal. I'll take the journal out so we can do a nice presentation of the journal. Okay, so the journal, I put this little cheeky thing kind of thing that you can see different gears in. And the clock in the most recent one, I didn't realize that David Tennant had done start in a recent one. And the time on that one was 2 o'clock that he had to be back. So that's where I said it. But in the books, I believe it is 6 that he had to be back by on Christmas Day. And then this paper is Tim Holtz paper with the Stamperia. And then I put this on the back too. It's all held down with brad screws. And it also has a latch. There's the, to hold it, I did punch a few holes in there. So if you do make it a little bit wider, it will be fine. So all the paper here, again, is Stamperia. That's more that Tim Holtz fabric right there. And then lots of travel related things. There's little tickets there. How are we doing here? There we go. Maybe I'll bring you guys a little bit closer, just so you can see it a little better. Okay, there we go. This I left the top open, but you could glue it down and seal it. These are all different. He was in Hong Kong, so I did try to make more extra little pockets, because of course when you're traveling you want a lot of pockets and stuff, right, to put things. And then some of these little either mostly luggage tags or stickers from different places. And then in here I left this, of course I have leftover papers, so I will send those along with the what's here. So if you want to make more pockets or anything, you most certainly can. But there are tons of tags in here. These are faux railway tickets for England. And there's a Wells Fargo and Express. There's a little pocket there, and it flips, and there's, there's this one, the Stamperia. This Stamperia kit, it had a lot of stuff. The only kit that I used actually for any of the pages, and that's just for the pages, really, well, and then these are separate. But the only thing I really used in this was Tuke's steampunk pages that she has, Tuke's craft table. I'll put a link down there. So all kinds of little stickers and pockets and tags to journal on. This is something I did download. It is what a passport would look like. Of course, he'll be traveling with his passport. And I printed it on the tissue paper because I thought it would make it look kind of neat. So that is what an 1860 passport would look like. And of course, as you're traveling, everything gets folded kind of different. There's a postcard there. And then this is a photo I got from the internet as well. It is meant to be Phileas Fogg. And I left this map here. And of course, if you want to put a pocket or something there, and then there's another little pocket in behind here with more tickets and stamps in it. So there's that. And this is Tim Holtz paper as well. that goes there. And there's just little. And then, as I said, lots of pockets and lots of things to journal on. Another tag. And this is one of the Tim Holtz photo things. And I would think these are some of his friends that maybe he met at the men's club in London and hung around with and dared him to go on his trip. Another postcard. And here is an old map of one of the locations he goes to. There we go, from that time period that I found on the good old internet. So there's lots and lots of places to journal on here. And then this is from Suitcase, these pages. And then here, this is actually from Nick the Booksmith. It's an envelope. So you can put some stuff in there and some parchment paper. And there's another postcard that I stuck under there. Oh, and that tag, little luggage tag. And this is from this Canadian telegraph form. So I stuck that in there because he was sending telegraphs back and forth. And then we have, like I said, lots and lots of tags. I don't want to make this video too long to journal on. And then I just randomly picked the numbers here. They're in no certain order, but I stuck some numbers there, these little charms that I made. And this is from a 1875 magazine, and it's an American magazine. It says Through Utah, so he may have read that. And then I just did a funny, how when you're traveling and pages get kind of bent up and stuff like that. I did that on this piece of music sheet. And then another flip out here, and another tiny little pocket there. And then this is Passepartout. Well, I think. I mean, this is just stuff I had in a kit of old pictures of men in general. But I thought this could be Passepartout. And then lots again. So many tags in here. And I did a little bit of decorating. There is still, that's the other thing. I still have some the die cuts left over from the thing. I had planned on actually decorating the suitcase itself, but I decided to leave that and send the die cuts along with it. And that way, if somebody wants to decorate the suitcase with that, they can. As I really do like to see my journals and stuff used and made, and somebody makes something with them too, and add to the thing. So there's some little faux tickets there, and this is Greek. I figured, when you travel, you learn little words. So that's city translated into Greek. I have done a lot of traveling in my time, and you always learn a little something. See, lots and lots and lots of tags and cards. That's why I didn't really have to do a whole lot of stuff inside. And this is, a card game, an old card game sheet. I suspect they would have had lots of time, especially on the ship, to play cards. So I put that in there. More different papers. And then this is a complete flip out here that I made, and there's tags inside of each one, and on the back of the tags is an old map from one of my travels. And this, I suspect, may have been when he was a little boy. Just that sort of general storyline. And then there's one here. Maybe that's his friends as they're traveling. And still more ticket stuff and lots, like I said, there are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of little tags and a little envelope and all kinds of things in there. I save some of my tags when I travel and keep them as mementos as well. All these different, like a steam trunk tags. It's That's what they probably would have been. Is it nicely in frame? I'll go over a little bit more. There's some avocado dyed paper. Another little tuck spot there with little things. Some parchment paper. Flip out. More postcards. And more tags. Customs declaration card. That's from, it says 1956, but I put that in there anyway because I thought it was kind of neat. Some more luggage tags. And as you can see, I used like this string rather than any kind of ribbon or anything. And there's no, I didn't put any lace in this. I originally had thought about putting more in it, but once it was done, and because I was limited as to size, I didn't want to make it any thicker. And then this from the 1875, it's just an article about getting married. It had it's so old, it did have a couple little rips in it, so I strengthened it up with some washi. And then this is the Tim Holtz tissue paper. I stuck this in here. You can rip it off and you can use it to make your own stuff. And then we have a doily. There's tubes paper there. A little bit of washi there. Another tag. Okay, lots and lots of tags and stuff. And this is sort of a little hidden journaling spot right there. And here's another map. I believe this is Paris. It would have been Paris in the 1800s. And there is an old postcard from Paris. And then this one, I just made it, you know, because there were so many tags. I just made a pocket here that's filled with lots and lots of little tags to journal on. And there's some old French book page. And then inside here is a whole bunch of other little tags and stuff that you can put in there. And I just put that on here. And this is some vintage from the 70s probably, printing paper. 80s probably. I shouldn't say 70s, 80s, but it's still considered vintage. And then Duke's paper here. And then this, it's a very tight paper clips on it. And there's like a business card from Paris and a postcard, and it's another tuck spot, and there's another card in there. Another tuck spot with more postcards. And what is ship? Oh, that's actually looks like the London Eye, but it's a Ferris wheel. It's not quite the same. And it says Paris. So, and then there's another one of these little portfolios in the back. This one has flip-ups on it. So, I'm sure you can see it. Flip-ups, where you can journal on the back. And then this last part here is a pocket with more tags in it. And then on this side, there's another sort of hidden journal spot with this card. I just stuck it in there like that. So it's not really noticeable, so it's another little hidden journaling spot. So that is my Around the World in 80 Days journal. And I will be placing it up on my Etsy shortly after I post this video. If you're interested, either you can comment here or you can go over to my Etsy. The link is in the bio. If you're not already subscribed, I'm getting very close to my 500 subscriber giveaway. I think I only need about 30 some subscribers, so we're getting there, getting closer. And appreciate anybody who subscribes to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video and that you really like what I made here. This is probably going to be one of the more expensive journals I've done, but just because there's so much involved and there's a lot of stuff that I purchased also for this. So it will be on the pricier end of my journals. So I hope you take a look, and if you're interested and want to buy it, I would really appreciate that as well. And I hope you have a good day. Thanks everybody for watching.